Hey everyone, Rofa here with a quick tip for amazing UI prompts with consistency. That is the key, and when vibe coding. So yeah, how it goes is that LLMs, if you go and ask for an app, you will notice that it will recreate different functionality as well as different UI every time, and that is not good because, especially on the UI, because it's a basic construct that will continue through the app life. So you want something there that you don't need to retouch and have it ready to go for future prompts. And how it goes is that, again, you can have any type of design and it won't match the type of app you are building most of the times, right? So you need a way to enhance this. And how it goes is pretty easy. At the end, the LLM is trained on popular apps. That happens that you can find it's demos about it and tutorials about it, like clones on GitHub around it. So all of that makes the LLM pretty confident around being able to replicate it. It happens as well with imagery. So I will show you one of the prompts. It's basically imagery. That one is around teenage engineering. So if you didn't know, let's take a look at that. Teenage engineering, it's a firm that creates this amazing type of hardware. So we are not even talking about UI design, right? But if you notice, the designs of teenage engineering are pretty dope and are based specifically on hardware. But still, you will find out in this example that you get pretty neat UI around it. So this could be images as well. So think about that because you can kind of like start to create really interesting design system based on things you think are design worthy, and maybe there's not even a design system for it. So in any way, let's take a look at how this goes and some examples. So yeah, for this, I'm using my platform Capsule this. So it would be great for you to try it out. You can buy code universal apps from the platform. And what's cool about it is that you get the design system built into all platforms. So you get a desktop web app with a specific design for it, a mobile web app, and what's pretty dope and the core feature is that you get a native app as well, all powered by Expo. So pretty cool. So again, back to the prompt. Here it is. It's just this. So you say create app, you specify the app you want, and it follows with look and feel. Create a photo app with look and feel. No, so this is not correct. Yeah, let's put and there. So create a photo app with look and feel and with a style system based and inspired on. And there, then it goes the second part. That's better. And in this case, it's engineering designs. But here are some examples. I have tried this with all of these and I have some demos here, but you can go with inspired on Duolingo, on Strava, on Instagram, on Calm, on the Snap app, and you will start to get that back. So pretty cool because if you think about it, when you ask and you're vibe coding and you prompt something, it's most of the times the functionality, right? So create the photo app, create the sharing app, create the chat app. But what about the design, right? So I think this is something that you should always try to put in at the beginning. Of course, you can switch this in the future, but having this from the beginning makes the app feel so much better. Yeah, so the examples I was talking about on Capsule this was, yeah, if we look at the prompt, is create a photo app with the look and feel with the style system based on teenage engineering design. So you don't notice at first, but for example, when I select one of these apps, hey, take a look at this. There is something about it, right? There's like these square styles, the orange, the contrast around the background, the theming, putting in some gray in there, and it's applied everywhere. So the bottom feels just right. I mean, this is pretty cool. If we go into a photo and what else maybe, let's take a look at the design here. Yeah, the info. Look at that. The info is like showing things. And something that I wanted to express here is the prompting engine we have behind making universal apps with capsule.this.com. So notice here that we are showing the menu on mobile with an option, but we are showing it right away on desktop. And that makes sense. And that is how responsive design works. and how a universal app should behave. So you have more space, and when you have more space, options are shown, and that is part of a big prompt that we have around years in the making of creating universal apps. In my case, building universal apps for our production ready apps for all type of companies, and that is built right in. So that's why we're building capsuledis.com. It's for you to have a head start around building universal apps. So for example, these are just two prompts, and at this point I can go and download the code base, and I can continue working on cursor, for example, if I need something specific or a native feature that is not available. So yeah, I mean, take that into consideration, give capsuledis.com a go. It would be great for you to try it out. We're on alpha, so still a lot of work to do, but it's looking good. Another example here is Strava, so pretty cool. Also, the menu goes to the side here, and if we click on one of the cards, we jump. At this point, we could do better work here, but that is an extra prompt, maybe asking for the sidebar to also appear on this screen and so forth. But let's stick to the prompting. So that design looks pretty cool for any type of, maybe imagine having a sporty app. You can use this prompt and maybe at the end switch it around a little bit and ask for the primary color to be red. And with that, you really start to get something unique around your branding. And something else here is, I think the Duolingo works pretty well with study apps. So this is a flashcard app, and it's looking pretty good. Nobody would know this is Duolingo, right? But you start to get on the back the feeling, hey, I've seen this design. It's feels good. It's related to study in some way, and that's really helpful. I have paused my mobile phone, and I want to show you the app running on each app running here on. So I'm gonna give me a second, because I'm gonna scan this QR code for the Expo app. So give me a second, and let's try this design and how the native app looks. All right, so here we have it. So we have things to fix around the two columns. It's working on mobile web, so maybe this is a small tweak and fix. But the app, it's there. It's pretty cool. We can skip the cards. It's showing an animation. Amazing. This is just one prompt. And the best part, you are getting back the style system and some reference about the colors and everything on the code base. So again, when you switch into working on this, maybe on outside of Capsule, this will feel great. And let's try another app. So why don't we try Strava for a second? I'm gonna scan this code. All right, this feels good. What about that? I made two prompts here. So I tried to go step by step when creating the app. So I asked to create the homepage first. So now I ask to continue with make navigation from one of the cards to a new screen. So that is this navigation, and amazingly, this is powered by Expo Router. It's an implementation detail, but it's important to see that we have native navigation happening. So pretty cool, looks great. Let's go to the last app. I think it was the photo app. And yeah, maybe like a small detail, but I'm pretty excited that we have a really good update this week around sandboxing, which is how your app gets loaded, both on the web preview and on Expo Go. So that is working much, much better this week. And I'm really excited for everybody to see that. Yeah, for some reason, it's not working. I'm going to give it a last shot. Hey, the app is not perfect, so I hope you guys can manage this in the time being. But hey, it picked it up. So for an alpha, this is not bad. Let's take a look at it. There it is. All right. What about that, guys? I love making universal apps, and this is crazy. Like, we have the app running on desktop, and hey, something about that is that mobile apps, and also like vibe coded mobile apps, like provider push you into downloading their app and having like the experience based on them. And what we have with universal apps is that web app is yours. We are wrapping up the deploy feature, and your app is going to work right away. You can send a link, it will work everywhere, and you can enhance the experience later on for users to download your app as the native app afterwards. So I think this is gonna make vibe coding more unique and personal, and you're gonna own it. So yeah, pretty excited about this, but let's take a look at how this went. So, oh, we have select all here. What about that? Select by one, and we have that design happening everywhere. So good. I'm gonna close this for a second, select one of the images, native navigation again, and we have like thumbnail to go through apps, that cool feature of toggling more options, and it looks great. All right, what about that, guys? I mean, I hope you like this trick. Back again into the prompt for you to copy it. It's just this, so maybe you can use it on Capsule or on your preferred vibe coding setup that you have, but this is gonna help you a lot. I use it by myself, and it's baked in different ways as well on our prompt setup, and I hope you squeeze it and make great designs and apps, universal apps with that. All right, see you in the next one.